You guys need to get on that 8 a.m. Wednesday huddle. It's a lot of info that comes in there, like there's stuff that I miss, so I'll be on there and I will tell you guys, but honestly, it's good info on there. And a lot of it's gonna be low level. A lot of it is like, we already know. I mean, there were some questions that I was like, but they're brand new agents, right? So you get these random questions that come in, but they answer them. They don't make anybody feel bad. Anybody can chime in. But it's 8 a.m. on Wednesdays, which I know is a terrible day. The other one that Wes and I were just talking about is the one that JoJo runs, and it's the six-figure recruiting one. And I think that's on Tuesdays, and it's either 11 or 12. I'm gonna start watching that one. I think that one is a good one. He's good. He is a very, very high level recruiter. I mean, this guy has lots of influence.
Do we have to interact on those things?
No.
It's
And
then when you are first getting on, you might have to unmute, cause you basically, cause it'll take you to the customer support, and so the girls are gonna be asking you like, oh, are you here for the training? Especially if you show up early, like I tend to, so then they're like, okay, we'll move you over to that room. So that's usually the only time you kinda have to engage, otherwise it's only up to you if you want to, with exception to like, for instance, the other day, Mike Seaman and I were on Lofty 101. And so it got boring because nobody was asking questions, because the Lofty training that they have is designed as a Q&A, and let's help teach you what you want to know. So since nobody was actually coming with like, how do we do this? It was a lot more boring to sit in on.
And I got the camera off, okay?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's just like a regular Zoom meeting.
How long are they?
And that went on for about an hour.
Hour and a half.
I ended it, like,
Long day.
I cut off when you messaged me, like, when you had asked your question, I had already like checked out, because I knew I had to get over.
About an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, but they didn't get started right on time. It took
Yeah,
10
they're
minutes
12
more to
minutes late.
start. 12 minutes, so that is annoying, but whatever it is.
That's because we had a woman on there like to talk.
Yeah.
Not me.
Not you. Her name was Monica.
Oh, that's it. So you gotta mute it until they actually start doing it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of.
And everyone thinks
small
they're
talk.
so funny. He might, yeah, I know Beyonce's drummer.
The thing is keep in mind, a lot of these agents are not in offices where they have a lot of people. That is their only social interaction.
Right, right. So this is the other thing that has been happening is that I've been saying accent, right? Because it opens conversations, you guys. Like, we still are downtown, but we have the conduit of accent. And so I know Greg started some conversations with agents because they want to know it's a conversation starter. They want to know what accent is. So it's interesting. So I bought I went to the accent merch. I bought a hat. I'm getting stuff that's accent. I want to start the conversations because everybody can see we're still the same. We're still downtown. We're still us. We still have Jackie. We still have the offices. We've just got a lot more to offer. And it's it's something we should be like super proud of. And so that's why I'm putting accent in. I'm not totally worried about putting accent on my contracts. I want accent on my contracts now. So
Yeah, a lot of your questions coming from other agents I think they're more wanting to know what's going on with downtown realty.
they do.
More than what's going on with accent. So it's when they say downtown realty, you open the door for that conversation.
Yeah.
For accent.
Yeah.
And then you could possibly recruit them, which would benefit you and them.
Yep. Yes, Chris.
Do we have a marketing thing for the Visalia event yet?
Not yet. We do. They gave me one where it shows all the others, and there's one for like getting sponsors to help pay. So if we have sponsors that want to participate to promote their business, we can get them on to be sponsors for it too.
Where isn't there something that they were talking about the level up and some of the marketing, because there's some very high level speakers that are coming that are going to speak. And and it's not local people that we are all used to seeing. This is people out of the area that do business maybe a little bit differently than we do, that can bring a different perspective. So I think it's going to be interesting to, be able to promote it, but I would try and get something because we need to start doing it now.
And then in the trainings that I sat in on, now mind you, they have it, there's certain words that they'll use, so I pick and I pick up on pieces on what they're saying, so the big website that they're building to kind of compete with Zillow, they bought Fizbo.com.
Yeah,
And so Fizbo.com, they brought over one of the, I guess, the guys that used to work high up in Zillow in the development to come run Fizbo.com. So, yeah, that's what's.
yeah, so
coming there.
Axon now owns Fizbo.com. They also said that Zillow Flex is on its way out. It's what they said this morning. It's gone. It's gonna go because of probably all the legal stuff that's happened with that. Zillow Flex is gonna go.
Hey, I was gonna also ask, sir, the, for the March thing over in Visalia.
Yeah.
Do people have to sign up for that?
Yes, I'll be sending out that text today to sign up.
Okay, and if they sign up, what does that entail as far as how many people they bring? And do they need a head count?
Yes, so I'll be sending out the text so that you can register. So remember how I sent out for Long Beach, it's that same link. Long Beach and Beverly Hills, it's that same link, you're just gonna click on it, you're gonna tell them that you're going to the one in Visalia. You're gonna put who you are, who invited you, and then if you're bringing someone, make sure that they're putting that you brought them. Same with lenders, it's not just for agents, it is for lenders as well. Now, lenders that invite lenders, there's a certain promotion for them. So like if Wes gets a lender to actually come, Wes gets a little promotion for when he closes the next escrow, he gets paid a bonus for the people he had show up.
Okay, so is.
Wes said he's gotta confirm that. He doesn't think that's correct. He says he knows they do for the success. He's not sure that they do for level up.
No, he said it, the one between me and them.
Oh, he did for
Yeah.
sure.
So for level up, just so I know what I'm inviting, because I want a marketing thing that I can just send to all my realtor
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Part of Gampo. And is it gonna be something where they show up and they're gonna feel pressure to join?
No,
No.
it's just, it's gonna be speakers, it's a panel, it's a
So
mastermind.
it's just a mastermind for the real estate
Mhm.
industry, and then there'll be little things that they'll, I'm sure, plug.
They talk about the rev share and the cap
Yeah,
and all.
they're
that.
gonna talk about everything, and then there's just gonna be a happy hour afterwards, a social hour that they can come if they want to, or they don't have to.
Yeah, and then depending on the sponsors level, if the sponsors pay for a certain high level, they will get a chance to speak, or they will just simply have tables to sit
Are
at.
the drinks free or are they people pay for them?
I know lunch is included, but I think the drinks part is either no host or like vouchers. We didn't really cover deep on that, I didn't ask that question.
Cool.
No.
Oh, yeah,
As soon as you get that thing, you'll the marketing thing, you'll shoot that out to everybody.
yes,
So we're not actually registering them, they'll register.
they gotta register themselves, yeah. 1, 2, 3. So we are at 100, 120, 140, 160. I lost count of where we're at money wise. It's fine then, not you. Sarah. I got some tea.
Get a big square one. Look, square one, not rectangles.
Everyone's in there. So even if you don't have a business card, basically when you sit down.
Oh, it's Marissa,
See, so I handwrite in the names on it.
Marissa,
Let's see, Miss Marissa, are you on?
she's probably out closing an escrow, she's like 14 of them going right now.
No, no Marissa today.
Okay,
This is 170 next week.
So yesterday. I sent out
180.
emails to see your application, almost everyone has already done theirs. If you haven't, it's important you get it done. Cause March 22nd is when they roll out the first payments for the February closings. Of the
rev share.
rev share.
Was that only for revenue sharing?
Well, a combination of everything, but it's part of it. But that's the most important thing is the rev share is March 22nd.
So no
So
more
rev share.
bank checks.
No, you can't. So your actual commissions, you could have either option. You can ask escrow to wire your funds, you can go pick up your check at escrow, or you can have the check still.
That
come
has
in.
nothing to do with that,
No.
it's
I
separate.
wasn't sure.
We were all supposed to put Sarah as the person that recommended us, right?
Realistically, yes, cause we already assigned who brought who.
We've already handled it,
Yeah.
Jackie went through, we already knew who brought who.
And we
we
took
already
us
agreed.
back as from Wood Keller, we knew who brought what.
So it doesn't matter what you put. It's already pre-done.
So Jackie, question,
Yes,
JP here. The difference between the Accent onboarding and the downtown realty onboarding? You sent me,
there is.
you sent me
So
the
the
text that I
so
did the wrong
that
one.
was- Yeah, no, the one that was through Accent, in which some people had done because they were getting emails to do. And I
Yeah.
texted everyone and said, don't do that one, wait until I send the downtown one.
Well, I
The
missed that
downtown one
email.
that came out to yesterday is the one that, mind you, we pay a pro rate as for our fees, but we get elite level access on many things. So it's important that we have the downtown, because Sarah negotiated some really great perks for us that we get as being downtown that others don't get. So when we're paying just our 500, we still get the ability to invite people to level up to Michigan. Whereas other people, when they only pay that 500, they don't get to invite people to those. They have to pay the 1,000 transaction.
So how do
we
I get
are-
to the link? How do I get to the link to
It
do
was
the
emailed to you.
downtown? It'll be in that email that you sent me?
It says it in there. It says Accent Realty, and then there's a little dash and it says downtown
Okay. Thank you.
Not in the.
in the contract. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Gunnar.
You ready? Okay. All right. Does everyone have AI? Any platform? Everyone has it, right? Does anyone not have it? I guess it'll be easier. Greg, you've been using it?
What?
AI, ChatGPT?
No, man, that shit scares me.
You don't have any of it?
Uh,
Okay.
What do you mean? When you said utilize it,
Do you have ChatGPT
the AI has utilized it.
in Lofty?
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't have like Chat or Claude or any of that? Okay.
Big Brother's always watching it.
No.
Yeah.
If they knew about what was going on in those conversations with ChatGPT, I don't be arrested.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
if you guys do not use chat, we're just all gonna zoom ahead of you because we're all using it and believe me, there's nothing to happen from chat. You guys are gonna
Why
be
isn't
missing
it
out
playing?
if you don't use chat, because we are light years ahead of you.
Get up. Hold on.
Until.
You don't have PowerPoint on
You
here?
take somebody that's 65 years old and you sit them down, you say, walk them through the process.
That's
I can
what
put it
we're
on
gonna do.
Google Slides
Okay,
with that
but
for
you're
free.
just going, oh.
You don't have PowerPoint on here? No.
Yeah, okay.
Google Slides.
Yeah.
Well, that was Google Slides, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, she
Gotta-
posted
gotta
it in
share.
Canva.
they say, well, there's something up there.
I have to look at it, what it is.
I didn't know I get it. I'm taking notes.
Download it maybe and see how it is.
Open it in Google Slides.
No, it's no time to- I do, I didn't share. Oh, from you.
This is what we were just on.
No, you were on Canva.
No.
Was
it?
Yeah, we were-
Yeah.
I know, I'm out of it these
No, that
days.
was on this. This is what I already had. Free.
Yeah.
Play it, yeah.
Present your view.
So, I'm just saying.
No. It's a video, but it probably won't play because I made it on this. Let's see. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Whatever. That's okay. Well, it's not working, but that's fine.
Can you send me the video?
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter. It was just that, it was just that. No, we don't have power.
Okay.
Okay,
guys, we're ready. Okay, let's start.
So Freddie and Greg, this is good stats for you guys right here. 80% of the agents are using AI. If you're not, you're going to be left behind. So obviously in 2022, ChatGPT launches and they had 100 million users in 2 months. So if you're not on any of these platforms, you got to, because what they can assist you with. And if you think Big Brother's watching, you're talking to this, you're not giving it any personal information. So I don't know what you guys think they're going to steal from you. Anyway.
Pops up at the top.
Yeah, you have Gemini too.
Everybody just Google's platform, that is always. The chat feeds like the app on your phone? Yeah.
Yeah. So
You guys and show you
So
guys.
explain chat GPT, what is it? Just communicate, chat.
You can-
Something different?
You can type into it, you can.
we're getting.
It was a great courage.
I just.
Save the notes.
So
Probably already knows.
Okay, let's,
What?
let's like kind of just do the.
Let's save questions till the end.
yeah, no kidding. All right, so obviously in the last 30 days, there's been some big drops that have come from AI. Anthropic, which has Claude, and OpenAI, which does ChatGPT, both dropped their agents, and so they have the ability to run your whole business. It is taking away a lot of jobs for a lot of these programmers, and they're using the ChatGPT and Claude to write the code for itself. So the program is making itself smarter. So 97% of brokerages are using AI. So obviously with Lofty, all the stuff that we have now, that's just scratching the surface. So this is going to be very, very basic. This is just for the people who don't have it and want to learn. This is just how you're going to do some prompts and get some good output. So obviously ChatGPT, they have 68% of the market share. They have 800 million weekly users. Gemini, Claude, Perplexity. So they all do different things. All their pro versions are $20 a month. And if you do not pay for the pro version, ChatGPT just said that they are going to start releasing ads. So there's going to be ads coming through. So $20 is not a big investment. It gives you unlimited time to talk to it. You're not, capped, and you get a lot more freedom. Each does one a little bit differently. Honestly, ChatGPT is probably the best for majority of the people. Whatever one you use, stick with it, and it will learn who you are. And the more input you give it, the better output it'll give it as well. So obviously, what we're going to talk today is the prompts. So talking to it, what you put in is what you get out. So garbage in, garbage out, right? So obviously, something weak would be write me a follow-up email. Strong agent would put act as a Visalia agent. Buyer went quiet after 3 tours. This is their budget. Write casual, 2-sentence. Give it exactly what you want to say and what you do not want to say. The more you go, the more it will learn, and it'll say, okay, like for instance, it'll say, I'll write this more like Gunner would, and it'll be a little bit more aggressive, or however it wants to be, and you can just input every single thing that you want on there. AI doesn't know exactly what you want until you tell it to. So, like I said, the quality of what you put in is what you're going to get out. So, an example of a weak prompt would be write me a script for an expired listing. Stronger prompt, act as a real estate agent in Visalia, write a 30-second cold call opener for an expired listing at 340 that sat for 65 days. Seller is likely frustrated, be confident, not pushy. So, just if you guys want, I have some prompts that are coming up that are some like fill in the blanks that I can send to you guys, and then that way you guys can input them, and it'll be a little bit more specific for what you guys want. So you should always follow the 4-part formula when you are entering a prompt. So give it a role. Tell it who to be. So act as a top real estate agent that specializes in listings or first-time home buyers or anything. Give it the context. My seller has been on the market for 52 days. We've had 8 showings, 0 offers. How can I write, like they said, the task? What can I write a script I can have the price reduced conversation with my buyers or my sellers? And then format too. Obviously, you want to keep it under 200 words, conversational, no bullet points, whatever you want. If you want it to be non-confrontational, just tell it what you want to do and it will do it. And don't give up on it. You don't have to restart. If it spits out a prompt, tell it. You can correct it. You don't have to restart every single time. If you don't like one piece of it, you tell it, correct it. Hey, I don't like this sentence, or I would never type like that, or I would never use hyphens when I type. So I know ChatGPT, if you see a lot of the input, they put like hyphens and dashes in there. I would never use that in a text. So I made ChatGPT make it so it never spits that out. So I can just go copy and paste, don't have to change it all.
Hey, Gunnar, can I say something?
Yeah.
So like, what I found effective is depending on who you're sending something to,
it prompts a letter or a message that's gonna go out, you can say, that sounds a little formal. Can you make this more casual? These are country people or something, and it will do it.
Absolutely.
So it automatically, and it starts to figure you out the more you use it.
Yeah, and then like I said, it'll say, "Oh, I'll type this more like Jim would," or but then there could be times where you're like, "No, this is a super professional client. Like they're everything by the book. Make sure that this is super detailed and super
Yeah.
oriented." And some people, might not.
So you're talking to it like you're having a conversation with an assistant. That's how I think about it. When I'm talking to chat, I talk to it. Sometimes I voice text, sometimes I type. And I'll just say something like I'll tell it what I want, like Gunnar said, the prompts, which I didn't know those 4 parts. That's good info for me. And then it'll spit it out and I'll say, make it seem more like me, right? Less like chat. I talk to it and then it'll change it. And then I'll say, make it shorter. It'll change it. Make it more edgy. It'll change it. Like it just keeps, and the more you talk to it, the more it understands what your style is.
So it's a little more enhanced than AI then, is it better?
It is.
This is AI. AI is the whole spectrum. These are just different types of AI.
It's a prompting.
Yeah,
It's just like so you just type in
different
prompt,
software,
like-
different
yeah.
software. So Chat GPT is one software. Gemini is another software.
Claude.
Claude, it's just like a separate.
They all do the same thing, essentially, just a little bit differently.
Okay.
Even Siri's
Ford,
considered
Chevy,
AI.
Honda.
So I guess this is where I'm lost. Okay, so I'm using this. What am I using it on?
You can use it on
Well-
anything. I respond to emails with it. I do my posts with it.
So like say, if I'm sending out an email, is there somewhere on there I just push and say,
That's what he's saying.
No, you copy and paste.
And it can send direct emails from ChatGPT.
And that's what's gonna show me right now. He's
Yeah.
giving you examples and prompts.
Look,
And what
so
to say.
this would be a prompt, like, so for instance, like you just said, write an email to my client. That'd be super basic. It would say, well, give me the context, right? So you add who the client is, what happened, what you want them to do next, right? So, write a market update for my farm area. Obviously, the big one a lot of people are using is for like listing descriptions.
That's.
So,
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah, and see a lot of people just type in write a listing description, but give it some context. Say, I know sometimes it'll say, the hustle and bustling streets of Porterville, and be like, hold on, no, Porterville is a small farm labor town. Like that's not how it's going to work. So you want to make sure you're giving it context. That's the most
You can
important
upload pictures too, right, of your.
Yeah, of course.
Just like the listing right there, you write it up on there, right? How you would do it. And basically you click the Gemini, saying, how do you, what do you want me to do with it?
yes,
Just copy and
Basically,
paste.
it'll enhance it.
I just talk in a run-on sentence and I talk to it, and I'll
Yeah.
just be like this, and then it'll put it all together.
That's as much as I have.
I even do
It's
weird.
responsible for what it spits out.
Yeah, well, you review it. It doesn't go directly to anywhere. You have to copy and paste and do whatever you're gonna do with it. It doesn't automatically go to your client. It doesn't email. When I do voice texting, it gets words wrong. It still figures out what I want. I mean, words are wrong on there when I'm voice texting, but it still figures it out what I want. It knows what I'm trying to say, just that I'm too dumb to say it.
You need bio, and they do new bio, so.
You can edit it.
Yeah.
So like if there's one line that you don't like, just go in there and type your own line.
It's exactly what you can
You're
do.
not a rocket scientist, so take that out.
You are controlling.
To add, this is what kind of Jim was saying, like warm but professional, casual, like you're texting a friend. So give it tone, give it direction, one and done mentality. So don't treat it like a search engine, one question, one answer. I hardly ever use the first thing it gives to me. I always will spit back, go back and forth with it, refine it. And the more you play with it, like I said, you'll learn it too. And you can see like, okay, if I tell it this, it's going to give me the best outputs. Then you're not having to give it as many prompts and as many instructions. It'll learn you and you'll learn it, so you can be able to get a lot better prompts.
Hey, Gunner.
Yeah.
Hey, you can also, if you don't like what it's writing back to you, you can say, "Oh, you can do better than that," and it'll create
Yeah.
a better version of it for you.
Yeah. AI is the best. Chat is the best cheerleader. Chat will say to me sometimes, "You've got this, Sarah. You run a brokerage with 120 agents. You've got this." I'm like, "Yes, I love Chat. It's my best friend,
It
right?"
never gets its feelings hurt. when you say that.
No, he's always very positive.
So
So-
can I interject a little bit?
Yes, JP.
So AI began more than 25 years ago in a
Correct.
series called Persons of Interest. And it was AI generation, and it learned, and it got smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter, just like what we're dealing with today. So this has been around for a long time. It's just now surfacing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So when you do give a prompt and you don't like what the input says, obviously don't start over, reply and redirect it. So if it's too long or too formal, tell it to make it shorter and more conversational. If it's not local enough, rewrite this specifically for Visalia. Reference the local market and typical buyers here. And sometimes it will not know. Like, for instance, I asked it for data for the last 30 days of AI news, and it was pulling data from like 2024. So I had to tell it, hey, it is February 24th, 2026, make it relevant to the last 30 days. And it will. Yeah, so any urgency. So, and the big one is sounds like AI wrote it. Obviously, a lot of these agents, you can see in their listing descriptions the words they would never talk like that. So rewrite it in plain human language, remove corporate phases, sound like a real person talking. We'll skip to the next one. So these are a couple examples of some good prompts that you guys should definitely copy. I have some blank ones that are coming up. But just for instance, these are 3 different ones. So for prospecting, you could say, act as a real estate agent in Visalia, write a 30-second voicemail for an expired listing at 340,000, 65 days on market. Or client communications, my listing has had 11 showings in 30 days and no offers at 399. Write a price reduction conversation script I can use on my call with my seller. Don't make them feel blamed. Keep it under 250 words. And then listing description, right? Don't just write a listing description. It's for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in Visalia, square footage, recently updated, covered patio. Give it the highlights. Target move up buyers, no cliches, lead with lifestyle. So again, the input you give it is the most important thing.
I like that, no cliches, because you can see that on the ones that they're copying and pasting on their marketing remarks. They all welcome to. I'm like, is every listing going to start out with welcome to? That's chat. That's chat. It's all saying that. And so I like that, no cliches. I've never thought to put that in there before.
So here's a example of what a bad one should be and then what you should do following the 4-part formula. So, help me follow up with a buyer lead. And again, we want to follow that and give it a role, give it the context, give it the tone. So act as a real estate agent in Tulare County. A buyer lead came in 5 days ago from Zillow, looking in Visalia. They haven't responded to my first text. Write a casual 2-sentence follow-up. So if you saw on the previous one what it gave you before, just wanted to follow up on your home search. Please let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I look forward to hearing from you. Generic, no personality. And then so after the good input says, hey, still on the hunt for something in Visalia, a couple of good 3-bedroom options, just hit the market under 320. Wanted to make sure you saw them. And it kind of sounds a lot more like, something that people would engage with.
So it's like a follow-up text or email you're sending the client or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, anytime I typically what I do. So these are the blank ones I'll give you guys. And then that way too, if you guys want to use them, you can just go in, enter your blanks on, bedroom, bath, that sort of thing. That way you guys can just copy and paste, but I'll send all that to you guys. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of things to do. If you do not already have a pro version of an AI tool, doesn't matter which one you pick, get it and start using it. Use the 4-part formula on a prompt this week, and then make a couple refinements. Don't just accept the first draft and then come back next week and let us know what you guys did.
Just for clarity, pro means the paid version.
Paid
Paid version.
$20 a month. And the ads coming, so they're gonna start blowing you up with ads if you don't. And you get very limited amount of chats that you can do if you just use the basic one.
So.
Hey, Gunnar.
You're gonna, this whole thing.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
What's going on?
Hey Gunnar, can you email that? Or
Absolutely.
all right.
Yeah, I'll email all the prompts over. And I'll have the slides so you guys can see all those too. And then we'll get a little bit more into the weeds next time of like projects and how to, because if you are using it and you want to you can make projects, because I asked ChatGPT a bunch of crazy questions about my house or, you know, different things that aren't real estate related. So you can create projects and really get specific and make sure that the memory grows. In like if you're anytime you're going to do client communications, you can have a project just for client communications. And then every single time you type it with it, you communicate in that project. It keeps it, all the notes are in there and nothing gets deleted too. So we'll get a little bit more into the weeds next time. But yeah, definitely try using the 4-part formula whenever you do the prompts.
You guys have questions? I know there's questions. Yes, Chris?
I haven't tried this, but I'm pretty sure it can do it. Can you take a picture of a living room and tell it,
Yes.
clean this up, use the same furniture, but make it look staged with the same.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, so you have to just be very careful because with the new MLS rules, if you do any stuff with AI, you have to label it that it is AI, which I don't think is a big deal, but just so you guys know,
What's that?
the MLS chair, I think that's one of the things they were really gonna start hunting down on this
And one thing is you have to have the original.
photo as well,
as
right?
well. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have the AI, you have
Without
to do
the-
the original.
So you can do, yeah, furniture then with it.
Okay.
So you
We have used chat, for like the living room thing though, is when I have a client come in and they're like, none of my stuff's gonna fit in here, how would I even rearrange that? Remember we did that in Springville, and I go, no, look. And then I said, chat, they have 2 couches, how would you fit that in this room? And then it fit, she goes, oh, okay, we like it.
See, that's a great idea.
That's awesome.
And I need that from my wife, and she's got me rearranging everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's just do it.
How do you get to Claude? What is Claude?
yeah.
So
It's just
hold
another.
on, let me pull up mine and I can screen share and I'll go a little bit more.
Greg, as soon as you start using it, you figure out all different kinds of things you like. Hey, I've got some chicken breast.
Recording
and
breast.
I wanna make something for dinner and what can I make? And it would be 4 recipes.
Just connect your audio.
I mean, you know, it's
Yeah.
So Ronnie, like, doing the remodel right on the bedroom and bathroom, so I can actually tell that?
Yeah,
to
that's
give
how
me
we
my-
remodeled the inside of our house, like our bedroom, because it's so small, and I said, what would it look like to maximize the space with how, we have this, and it completely rearranged our whole room,
Then I had to do the work.
yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah, you can say
before we
thank
say go.
And I have clients be like, okay, well, I wanna paint this blue, I know that's gonna look awful on listing photos, before they wanna listen, I say, look what it's gonna look like.
Okay.
And you say, make it all blue, and then you take the picture and you say, generate an image of the back wall blue, and it'll do it,
Okay.
but yeah,
They'll even create apps for you. I had to do a.
that's not what we're talking about, it's about furniture.
Oh, I'm not about.
That's so advanced.
No, I created a. for clothing costume, and I
Hey,
didn't have-
you guys we're talking about just doing prompts. I did this with AI.
That's you,
Is that your brother? Pretty awesome.
you did that with, chat or? Claude?
No, I didn't know.
Field day with my. What Papa used to do.
I couldn't even have that. It would take me 3 hours to explain. It's very hard to do. So this is Claude. So just so you guys can see, Claude is what I used to build that whole slide presentation. So I just told it exactly what I wanted to do. And
Can you use it right now? Like, can they give you
Yeah.
a question and you guys could like
absolutely.
do something, tell it something, and you'll see what it looks like. The thing of it is, Greg, you can play with it all you want. Nothing automatically goes anywhere
That's
other
what I'm
than
afraid.
to you. No, nothing goes anywhere. It's just right there. You're talking to yourself within the AI platform.
It obviously goes to the cloud, so the AI is learner, you know.
Yes,
No one-
but it's
no one
not
else-
going anywhere
Yeah,
else.
no one else gets to see it.
So gonna do a marketing for,
It's out there.
do marketing remarks for a house that it's hard to put a shine on, you know, like it needs work, it looks kind of cruddy, how How do you market
Just
this?
like on every.
Don't talk about my listings like that.
Well,
Yeah, you
Closing.
He's got more than one.
Oh, that is probably a good one. Okay, yeah. So this would be a very bad one to do, like our,
I have to do my social media.
just do voice program.
I know,
Yeah,
shit.
I feel like taking a photo.
I got that all muted though.
Jen, social media photo. People go, wow, I need that. This is so bad.
See, it's probably gonna be good for religion, that is me.
Remember that one, you're like, where'd you take that?
So show them how, like, if you change it up, it'll, what it does.
Did you see it?
I have seen people make just hand notes for a contract, if they take a picture of it and it will bring up the contract, and you can just adjust it exactly, just off of handwritten notes.
Okay, so that was just very basic input. Write a listing description for 1704. And so it said, it searched the property up for it, so it looked on Google and it looked at the property. And it said, just based on this, this out of the way. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath home on West Morton offers a great opportunity for buyers looking for space, character, and potential. So starts talking about offers ample space, blah, blah, blah. Well, let's just tell it, you know.
More investor focused version.
Exactly. So it knows me, that it knows that I'm already going to bring that up. So a good prompt to give it back, if you didn't already use the 4-part formula, if you wanted to improve on this already, you would just say something along the lines of, you know, this house was a rental and is in rough shape, but could be a perfect home with some TLC.
And let's see how it changes it.
So you just have to give it basic couple of sentences and it'll do it. I mean, you don't have to pull the full synopsis, but the whole.
Well, the more information you give it, the better it's gonna be. I go through and tell it, I just start giving it bullet point stuff like 3-bedroom, 2-bath, it's in Springville. You know, this is, I asked it on that date property to do a comparison if they bought new construction, and it totally spelled that out for me. Like, hey, you get this, you know, if you bought new construction, you'd have to pay a lot premium, you'd have to pay for the pool. I mean, but the more you give it, the better it's gonna be. It doesn't know until you give it the info.
Will it run comps for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know how accurate they
They're
are.
good, they're not bad.
It's not
Oh,
bad.
I would never trust it.
It's better than.
Well, it depends back to the amount of information you're giving.
Right.
Cause keep in mind, it's like when an agent says, I have a buyer looking for a 3-bed, 2-bath in Visalia. Great, there's a bunch of properties, what price point, what location, you gotta be more specific, you can't go.
Well, I just wouldn't hurt if you did both. I mean, do your own.
Sure,
Come
I
from
do,
them.
I've run it through, I don't trust it, I've had,
You get
I,
access to ChatGPT to your MLS. You can log into your MLS. to
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's life too. So
What about they doing the comps? So I see that in.
yeah, Lofty Can, I don't trust that
It'd
either.
be like our-
I don't trust anything that's algorithms.
Yeah.
I trust when I look at it and do a cost comparison. I never, ever trust algorithms. They're off. It does not read all the separate
well,
details.
what you
of the
could do,
property.
what you could do is if you want to just see what the properties are and then make your own adjustments from
Yeah.
there. But see, I got super specific with it one time and I told it, hey, an appraiser would adjust for the square footage at this, and then gave it all the details and it comped it pretty well. So obviously, see, just even giving that one sentence, look, the house is a rough shape, it's a rental and is in rough shape. So now it says, here's a stronger version that says that clearly without sounding too harsh. So it just, anything you want to change. And if I wanted to say, I don't like the last sentence.
So you said you can actually add pictures of the listing
Yeah.
and will it help with?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, watch this, go see.
I also one time did a map, like the aerial version. And it figured out it knew what it was and it figured out the acreage, how many acres, and it was exactly right.
And it-
Only from
Which
the
views it was
overview.
showing.
That was it. I put it in, it was that that Balch Park one, Anthony, I just put the aerial picture and said, I have this listing coming up in Balch Park, and it went through and it did the whole marketing, and it said this, 80.2, it was exactly right. It didn't read it, I don't think, off the picture. I think it found it on the county records and pulled it off, but it was interesting what it could do.
So I uploaded like 7 photos. This is not the house, but I uploaded some photos of the house. Used these to help you write.
You can also use it, guys, like, hey, as what would be a marketing expert, what
Yes.
can I do in the next 30 days with social media to attract whatever it is you want to attract, buyers, sellers, whatever it is. It'll give you a play-by-play of what to do. It'll give you scripts. It'll give you everything. You just got to keep asking for more.
Property lines?
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe
Yes,
property lines.
some of them.
If it has access to a plat map, it will.
Yeah, but even like when you go to a Starbucks, that'll go off,
Yeah.
They look like 10 feet off, 15 feet off.
Exactly, okay.
I don't
So
use it for you guys who are scared of social media or you think you can't. use
Yeah.
Social media, all my photos come from ChatGPT because I'm not out there taking pictures of myself every day. I just have chat put me in a different outfit in a different house.
Like I just did it great.
Yeah, and I can take a picture of a listing, like say Rebecca has a listing, I'll be like, copy paste from the MLS, put me in this house doing a tour. And then I post that to my social media, on my story, I've been doing it on my story to see how people react when they really think it's real, even him, he's like, what else did you go to today? I'm like, I'm in bed.
There's another one called Runaway, and it's another AI, but it does video generation, so you put a photo of yourself and then you can walk through a house.
Mhm.
And it's
Somebody
like,
else.
See, this is why, guys, if you're not using it, you are going to be behind, because physically trying to go to all these properties, taking pictures, doing videos, you can do it, but it's going to be a full-time job. If you use AI, it's just a quick fix, and
However, cost money, AI, $20 a month, that's cheap.
it's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just think about it, like, you can do 20 hours worth of content or work
Yeah.
Yes.
in like an hour.
Oh, yeah, I mean-
Like what Ronnie's saying,
well,
for you to replicate in reality, going around to 5 different houses and doing tours and doing all this, you're gonna drive around, waste gas, you're gonna do all this stuff, and it's gonna do it within minutes.
But also the people who are uncomfortable behind camera, you just upload a picture of yourself and
Yeah.
make it generate a video of somebody's listening, then you don't ever have to feel that awkwardness.
So where do you disclose this on the listing agreement?
You don't have to disclose anything.
The AI stuff, the pictures?
Oh,
No.
On the MLS you do.
Oh, if it's on your listing,
Yeah. it's on-
if
Yeah.
you use AI, yeah, but on a listing agreement, no.
Oh, but just the MLS?
Just the MLS. If it's social media, no.
You mean like
You're
you
cheating.
stage it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you virtually stage it, you have to.
Yeah, if you virtually stage it, JP, you do have to disclose that.
Well, the
Okay.
first shoot, when I was reading it, even if the photos are altered or edited, it needs to, but every photographer's editing the photos, so it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, it all kind of, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all being edited.
Yeah, because Anthony made my house look beautiful.
Photoshop.
Yeah.
I like it already.
Look
Okay,
at it.
Greg,
So-
you're gonna go home and talk to it all day, that's what I had to talk to it.
yeah, you can do stuff like this. So you are the best real estate market researcher. Give me 3 pain points that sellers in Tulare County are experiencing. Get super local. Also give me 3 Instagram posts. And so it'd be
I
thinking,
like perplexity.
Look, it's thinking.
searching the web.
Oh, there it goes.
So look, 3 pain points, the seller pain points. Days on market are creeping back up. 60% of homes are selling below asking price. The rate lock trap. And then gives you the 3 Instagram posts. Gives you a pain point hook. You can have it give you what's called a call to action. So hey, are you interested to hear what the rates are? contact me and I'll be able to hook you up with my lender, or you know, do you know how much your home is worth? Hit me up and I'll give you your own CMA. I think Ronnie just did that. And just that's what's called a call to action. So you want them to do something. So it's usually used to, yeah.
See,
And if there's somebody, if there's a book that you've read, or there's somebody that's in the industry that's a coach or anything like that, that you really like, you're like, man, this person,
Yeah.
this is what I'm about, you know, I wanna follow this. You can get some of their material online, because almost every coach has PDFs of their book. I have a book, or they have something, you can literally take that, upload it into any platform, ChatGPT, whatever, and it will read it within seconds, and then you can tell it, use this, use the concepts from this book or from this
Right.
person to cater all your answers for me in regards to real estate with, you know,
and
the principles of this person.
And Chris, most of it has access to. I ask it. I don't even upload it. I'll say using the strategy of, you know, atomic habits, make a schedule for me next, whatever it is, and it will pull it and do it. I've even used like Brian's stuff, like Eisenhower coaching, using that strategy. It finds it. You don't even have to upload it. Yeah, it did. And didn't you do 7 levels of communication, Chris? And you had it spit out a whole thing?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, no, yeah, I uploaded it. I mean, you can ask it if it knows it though.
Yeah, you
If
can
it
ask
knows
it.
ahead of
And they
time.
can find anything. It can search the internet. They can do a million
And
tests.
probably the more, like when you upload something, then they've got it, right, in the cloud, and then they've got it already. So there's probably another person who's already uploaded something.
And you can always tell the chat to save this conversation, because a lot of times you'll try to go back to something you talked about a month ago. Oh, I remember that, Anthony, but not directly. So you can save this conversation, so it'll save that whole.
Well, if you do a project, can't you just refer back to the project?
Yeah, these are products, yeah, but not just in the regular chat forms.
Oh, I see.
I thought the chat just automatically creates little projects too for you.
Well, it titles it, but sometimes they all run together. They're weird.
So from this one that I already had here, just on 3 prompts, we've already gotten 3 Instagram posts. Now, if you wanted to do a reel, give me a script for a 60-second reel for Instagram, include a hook to retain viewers, and include a call to action.
Yeah.
Put that in, see what it's going to spit out. Like,
Then you just need the graphics.
Yeah.
And it'll generate those for you.
yeah, and this is just, and if you want to do it like exactly, so the Tulare County seller trap, and then it gives you the hook. If you own a home in Tulare County and you're thinking about selling, stop, watch this first.
So what would you do for the graphic there, Gunnar?
Well, this is just this.
One of those Instagram posts or the real.
Oh,
or the
so if you have no idea, you could put, let's go for post 3. What graphic can I use for the photo?
Now, is chat only does pictures and Gemini does videos? Is that correct?
Gemini kind of does a lot of.
I thought you could upload videos to Gemini, but not to chat.
Yeah.
Chat, you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You cannot, it won't watch a video.
See, so there, and it gives you even 4 different ideas on what you can make on for one of those posts. And, you know, if you want, you can go in there and use Canva templates, or you can even go on to some of these different Chat GPT. You can do, if you use the pro version, there's image generation. There's all kinds of things you guys can do. So,
And this is another thing that I do all the time, is if you see an advertisement online and you're like, is this a scam, or is this legit, or what's the catch, or anything like that? Always, every time I see that, I'm like, if it's catching up, I'm like, oh, instead of going and signing online and doing all that crap, I'll put it into ChatGPT and be like, is this legit? Is it not legit? And if it's legit, what if it catches, blah, 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 and it'll tell you everything. So you don't even go down to that.
pros and cons, if you needed to compare 2 things, if you're going to look
Yes.
at even 2 different softwares, or if you're gonna 2 different vehicles, if you're, hey, I want to buy or either a Ford or a Chevy, give me the pros and cons of both or whatever, and then break it down and give everything.
So I guess what I'm saying is, my client that I'm working with from up north, he uses Redfin a lot, okay? He goes, I don't understand why you guys MLS doesn't do this. Cause he's so way into everything. On Redfin, it tells you the sunrise and sunset at different times of the year. So when he's looking at the house, oh, he already looked, he said the sun's gonna come up this way.
Maybe because nobody but your client cares about that.
No, but, I'm not saying everybody's weird, but it's the first time I've ever had that come into play. It's like, really, did you weigh into this, man? I didn't really think about that.
I copied that text, pasted the chat, how do I respond to this?
No, not responding. We're not going to house, but I'm getting at, I'm assuming we can do the same thing with this.
Probably. Yeah.
If we
you
need
could.
to find out.
The funny thing about that too, is whenever I bought the house I'm currently in,
9 months on this deal.
before I planted my trees. I actually stood out there with a pole to see where they were gonna shade in the years to come, because I want my pole shaded. And believe it or not, my shade is.
See, Greg, you could have just asked chat and you could have
Chat
just.
wasn't around back then.
But sir, this is a no correctional thing, because when we stood out in the yard in the middle of the sun, behind the light pole in the shade, so
Yeah.
you follow the
Yeah.
shade.
So I'm assuming MLS will eventually, I mean, MLS is a little bit archaic, right? I mean, really what the MLS offers, that software is nothing great.
Yeah.
It's nothing great, but it is interesting that, I mean, I don't care about that. I would never care about that, but you have the one client that does.
He's an engineer, so. go
Of
figure.
course, that's how his brain
Yeah,
works.
that's what I'm saying.
I bet he uses chat.
Yes, he does. He's the only client that I've ever worked with that was on realtor.com. They got into a chat thing and challenged questions to it. And I said, it's not gonna answer this question. We can't. That's not legal. We can't. He goes, that's okay. He spent an hour chatting with,
Yeah.
just throwing out questions. I was like, dude, you're way.
It's okay. So does Connie, do you use chat?
I use
Okay,
it.
good. Good.
Here's another thing you can do. If you're going out, this is something possible that we all experience at some point. You're going. Yeah, Twitter paid it down. What was I gonna say?
You're going out? If you're going out.
If you're going out and you know how a client will ask you, oh, we would really, I wish we could do this. Do you think that that's even possible? Use ChatGPT. Like, for example, if it's an electric stove. And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we hate electric stuff. What would it take to put a gas line in here? And if you guys don't know, like some of us will know, but some of us don't know. Ask it, take a picture and be like, hey, she wants to put this, what would be the process, what would be the cost involved, what would all that stuff, and bam.
In Portland, California. Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, it's unlimited. You guys, there's no limitation to what it can do. And
Could a pool get fit back here? What would-
yes, yes.
Is it better just to lease solar, to buy solar, and sell it to every county right now? Or do
Do like that
incentives?
better.
Just leave.
It just has a little bit different of a like I like the projects here. I stopped screen sharing each other.
That one's better for coding too.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
So like to make that whole slideshow, I didn't have to hardly do anything. So just to like,
People.
so I just said like, I need to do a training for our Wednesday meeting, and then it asked me some questions, went through, and then I would just spit it. All right, instead of accent, say downtown realty, which Sarah probably doesn't like now. Give me the flow of how the training should go. Instead of before Friday, let's say this week. So I just went through and it would show me, and I could open it up. And while it was editing it, of course, it's going to fail to load.
And you can also use it for ideas. You don't have to go exactly what it gives you. Sometimes I just need ideas and then like, oh yeah, I like that. And then I'll work off of that. Like I don't always just copy and paste. Sometimes I'll say, I need a post. I need it to say this. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. And then I'll do that. Use some of the verbiage, not all of it.
Ronnie, the reason I like this one, if you see like on this one, you can get a little bit more technical with each project. So like I have the property
What is
management.
it?
This is Claude.
Oh.
So this one, the memory, so if you want to look at this is all of the input that I've given it, and this just keeps adding it. So it operates downtown property management, Tulare County business, been licensed for this long. It knows everything. And then also you can give it files too. So like I got super like into the like what all the income for the management, all the owner data, everything. So it has all of the files. And then you can also give it instructions. So however you want it to respond, and then it just keeps track. So I like this one just because it's a little bit more organized for like business, I think. But ChatGPT can pretty much do everything too.
So someone made a comment the other day, would you agree, or they said, ChatGPT tells you what you wanna hear and Claude challenges you.
Yeah, I would say so. And you could have ChatGPT do the challenge you as well. You just have to let it know, like never give me, don't be a hype man, give it to me straight or give me facts only. I'll never AI used to do what was called hallucinate, where it would kind of just make stuff up. It's gotten a lot better. It really doesn't do that a whole lot anymore. But you still got to watch it. So definitely just make sure that yeah, you read through and don't just copy and paste it and send off. No image generation on Claude. Yeah, this one's coding, so you can like.
Chat and Gemini are good for that.
I mean, there's a.
Truthfully, I have to go, but let me get that with
Class over then.
No, I mean, there you can get even super into the weeds. So like, this is
We love watching you see stuff for the first.
I made a property management website in like an hour, all on adding
I
prompts.
looked at that photo.
This one's called Lovable. So, yeah, it literally is just chatting with it, and it made a whole website. So gave it all we want, and it's a full-on property management website.
What was that? What was that called that you got it on?
This one's called Lovable. Yeah.
I like that one. Oh, yeah, there's hundreds.
Of chats
Okay.
Yeah, and it's all just prompting. This one you can make apps. If you wanted to make a landing page for a listing, it can make it. I mean, and I think Lofty can do all that stuff now, but I mean, there's a ton of them. So, but whatever one you guys use, just stick with it, and it'll learn, and it'll get better, and it'll make your life a lot easier.
Okay, we have any final questions for Gunnar?
And I'll send you guys all those prompts too in the 4-part.
Yeah.
Will it open my stock options?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does,
Really?
yeah.
You gotta
It's how
copy.
many days.
I'm sorry, that comes up.
All you gotta do is copy Nancy Pelosi's and you'll be.
You'll be good.
Tons of money.
No kidding.
Oh no, it will. It can help you with all that too.
Yeah, it does. So if you want to day trade, it helps you sort of put money with day trading.
See, now are you thinking differently about it? That's what they say, the math bug is watching or whatever they say, I'm like, and we're considered.
Yes,
Yeah.
the recording will be,
Shared.
shared.
Hey, Gunner,
What's up?
Good idea.
I sent